I'd like to know a bit more about investment properties and negative gearing. When is it worth doing and when is it not worth doing? I read for low to medium income earners, an investment property isn't worth it compared to putting extra money into super and shares, giving you the opportunity to retire early and enjoy life while you're fit and able. If you have two houses on mortgages on average income, you're forced to work till you're 65, then at that age, this takes a turn here. You get serious health issues or even face death, so you can't enjoy retirement.
So it's an interesting one here. The person sort of said here in their question, it's a good question, right? Because they're thinking about things strategically here. They're not just following what maybe the parents say, and that's a big thing in property and society. Just buy an investment property, and a lot of the time we actually think it's from a financial advice point of view, it's not the right thing to do. Because there are alternatives, right? There are putting more money into super. There are just drip feeding money into a share portfolio and paying off the home or adding value to the home. It's not just, I've got equity. Let's just go and I can borrow $200,000. Let's buy an investment property. Because sometimes it doesn't work. The property might not go up. You make the negative gearing. There might be big problems with maintenance, and sometimes cheaper properties can very easily overcapitalize, and maintenance costs can basically blow all your profit. And the repairs, etc. So for this person, I'd probably say maybe not, because what they're sort of saying is that they're on a low to medium income. The amount of money that they potentially can borrow on top of their home may be quite limited. And the amount of money you can borrow plus the cash you've got, which shouldn't be any cash, because you should be using that cash to pay off your home. So you should be borrowing every dollar for the investment. It'd just be interesting to know what's a purchase price that they could buy for an investment property. And then that determines the locations you can look at. And, that might be the apartment markets of capital cities that, and a lot of those have issues, it could be, has to go regionally. It's not even nice, like lifestyle locations that city people want to go to. It could just be completely regional, towns that no one from the cities are ever going to move to, for example. So I think you just got to be really careful buying cheaper investment properties. And I know that sort of sounds elitist and all that sort of stuff, but it's just the reality of the truth. You take more risk for less reward. And so for some people like this, I actually think, pay off your home, maximize your super, and buy shares, because I'd much rather have a smaller share portfolio that's going to grow long term, especially if it's negative geared with an equity loan, rather than a cheap investment property that doesn't grow and has a lot of risk.